What's up, plebs? Pleb Esports here today, elaborating on a video I made earlier in the week with regards to the early standings in the ESL Pro League. I was talking about the recent roster moves by Optic Gaming, Cloud9, and Team Liquid and how that affected their respective teams. And I thought today I would further elaborate on my rankings and kind of hash out why I think the top 5 is the way it is. Now, I should say that I'm not just going to take the vanilla rankings that the ESL Pro League has, the current standings, as obviously it's early in the season. And I will extrapolate. I'm going to use the ESL rankings. Obviously, those matches are important, even though it is online. But I will be extrapolating some of the results from those matches that reflect in my rankings. So if you do disagree with some of those rankings, I completely understand. They're not set in stone. I'll probably stick to the top 5 rankings just because it gets pretty fluid in the North American division once you break the top 5. So again, if you disagree with these rankings, I completely understand. They're pretty fluid rankings. I'm extrapolating some of the results a little bit, but this is just how I see the NA scene in my eyes currently. So number 1, by default, not going to spend too much time on it. It's SK Gaming, back-to-back major champions, not much else to say. I expect they haven't even played a match in the Pro League yet, and I already know that they're the best team in North America. And I get some people like to differentiate between Brazil and North America, but that SK Gaming does practice out of California, so I do kind of associate them with the NA scene, even though they are from Brazil. So no arguments there. I don't think there should be arguments there. SK Gaming, the best team in North America, Counter-Strike. Number 2, I'm actually going to go with Cloud9, and I know that could come as a surprise to some of you why I don't have Liquid given their recent finish in the major, finishing only behind SK Gaming. C9's recent addition of Automatic is a change that has paid in dividends to their team, but I won't even say that Automatic has been the most important player for them in the Pro League thus far. It has hands down, in my opinion, been Skadoodle. He's been hitting shots that we haven't seen him hit in months, and it's really making a difference for the C9 roster. In the Pro League, to open up their individual rankings here for a second, they're 10-0, okay, they haven't lost, and they've already beaten Team Liquid, Immortals, and Optic Gaming. So obviously they're out to a very strong start. It's a long way to go. It's just the start of the league. But 2-0 Team Liquid in the first night, given that Pimp just joined the team, we can give him a little bit of slack on that one. A very strong Immortals team and a very up-and-coming Optic Gaming team. That's a very strong performance out of C9. And if you don't yet want to put them in front of Team Liquid based on the recent roster or the recent major finish by Team Liquid, I completely understand. I vowed that after the first night, after the quick 2-0 of Team Liquid, that I wouldn't let that sway me too much. I wouldn't immediately jump the gun and place C9 over Team Liquid, but at this point, I can say that I do think that C9 is consistently playing better Counter-Strike than Team Liquid, that I can give them the slight edge as the number 2 team in the North American division. Number 3 on my list of the top 5 NA teams will have to go to the defending runner-up of the ESL, Cologne major, that going to Liquid Gaming or Team Liquid. Obviously couldn't put them above C9 just based on the way that C9 has been playing Counter-Strike lately. With Pimp on the team, I think I knew that there would be some sort of growth period, that there would be growing pains. And obviously, let's just say it, losing a guy like Simple and losing a guy with as much raw skill as Simple was going to hurt them in some way, no matter how good Pimp could be. And I feel like Pimp's caught a lot of flack, but replacing a guy like Simple is literally impossible, so you can't blame him too much for the recent struggles. Taking a look at their schedule, 2-0'd by Cloud9. That was to be expected, at least on my part. That was a very good showing by Cloud9, who I have ranked above them. But the 2-0 to Echo Fox. Getting 2-0'd by Echo Fox was a huge, I think, shot in the arm for these guys. I don't think that anyone expected that, despite knowing that Pimp was going to have to make adjustments to get into this roster for the team to get in the flow of things. I still don't think anyone predicted that Team Liquid would struggle as much as they did against Echo Fox. They came back and then 2-0'd Optic Gaming and then 2-0'd Winter Fox. I think we'll learn a lot about this Team Liquid come Monday, August 29th, in which they play SK Gaming. That will be a huge match for them, and I really think it will be that. It will be Monday night against SK Gaming, where we will figure out if I am wrong about Team Liquid or if I'm right about Team Liquid. If they come out and they come out flat against SK, then maybe they're not there yet. Maybe they're not ready to grow into their top NA spot respectively, but we'll have to see. Now, 4th and 5th, it's definitely a tough one. In my mind, it's a toss-up between Immortals and Optic Gaming, and I'm going to give the slight edge to Optic Gaming, and here's why. From what I've seen, of Immortals with their new team with Zeus on the team. I'm looking for the Immortals schedule here. Here we go. Okay, 0-2 against Cloud9. That's okay. They played them 14-6, which was pretty close. Dropped the map against Complexity. And then further down the line, a couple games later, dropped the map against E United. This is a very strong team at times, but at times it just looks like they don't have it. It's been a very hit or miss team early on in the season for them. And obviously that comes with roster changes and with having Zeus on the team. And they may hammer that out before the end. But I feel like until we see Optic Gaming square off against Immortals, until we see these two teams square off against each other, it's very hard to stack them against each other and say, okay, this team's better than this team. And I'm not really sure when Optic Gaming will play Immortals. That seems to be a few days away, if not a couple weeks. Okay, Tuesday, September 13th, we will get Optic Gaming versus Immortals. And for me, that will really solidify who's the better team here. I'm going to give the slight edge to Optic just because I've seen a little bit more of Optic. I'm more impressed with their performances. And I know I shouldn't really do this in a conversation about the ESL Pro League, but they did defeat Cloud9 in the Star Ladder qualifier to go to LAN. So there's that. Obviously, with the new addition of Tarek, I think it would take some time for them to come into their own, but I feel like they were starting to do that. 2-0 Complexity, as we said, very easily. Team Liquid dropped 0-2, Cloud9 dropped 0-2, but the next day came back against Cloud9, as I was saying, and beat them in the Star Ladder qualifier. 2-0 United actually dropped a map against Renegades, which isn't the best performance, but they have Splice coming up, which should be an easy 2-0. And then again, as I said, on the 13th, we'll get to see Optic Gaming face off against Immortals, and I feel like that will give us a clear picture of who's the 4th and 5th best team in the North American division. So let me know what you guys think. As I said, these rankings are pretty liquid, not to make a pun, but things change. I'm extrapolating some results of the match. I'm taking polls from different tournaments, obviously not discounting what Liquid did in the major, giving SK the benefit of the doubt as being back-to-back major champions. So let me know what you guys think. Did I put C9 too high too early? Am I giving too much clout to Optic? Am I being too hard on Team Liquid? Let me know what you guys think. This has been Pleb Esports. It's all I got.